Hello, it's Leslie Fightmaster, and we're going to focus a little bit today on twisting and some core work. So welcome. Let's begin in a seated position, and then take your hands together in front of your heart. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice today. And then come right onto your back. And draw your right knee into your chest. Start to circle the right ankle in one direction. And then the other direction. And then inhale and reach the right leg up toward the ceiling and hold on behind the thigh or down by your calf. Or if you can reach your toe, take your toe. Keep the left leg active with the left toes pointed straight up to the ceiling. As you lift that right leg up, try and drop the right hip toward the front of your mat or towards your left foot. Next, exhale, open the leg to the right, but keep the left hip pressing down. So again, you can hold the leg anywhere or take the toe if you reach it. If you have a strap or a towel as well, you can put that on the ball of your right foot. So as you're opening the leg to the right, make sure that the left hip doesn't pop up off the floor. If it does, just re-ground it down and move from there. Inhale, center. Exhale, switching hands to twist. So you'll take the leg over to the left side. And again, holding the leg anywhere or taking the toe. And as you're twisting, try and turn your belly up toward the ceiling. Inhale, leg to center, and then exhale, knee to nose touch for 3. Keep breathing, 2, belly lifts, and release it. And let's draw the left knee into the chest and circle the left ankle in one direction. And reverse. And extend the left leg up again, holding behind the thigh or down by the calf, or take the toe, or use a strap. Just take a few breaths to lengthen out the left leg. Try to straighten the knee if you can. If it doesn't, just do the best that you can do. And again, drop your left hip a little bit forward so that the hips are level. Continue steady breathing. And then left hand to the left, or right hand to the right thigh, sorry. Open the leg to the left and look over the right shoulder. Keep that right hip drawing down. So again, if the right hip pops up off the floor, then re-ground it down and move from there, that place of stability. And then inhale, center, and exhale, twist. Take it over to the right side, looking left. And it's easier to hold the leg or foot with your right hand when you're twisting. Inhale, center. Exhale, knee to nose touch for 3. Pull the belly in. 2 and 1. Release. And then both legs up. Bring your arms next to your sides. On a natural low back, so not overarching. Exhale, take the legs down about a third. If that hurts your low back, put your hands under the hips. Inhale the legs up. So you can see the hands under the hips option. Exhale, down about a third. And then inhale, bring the legs back up. And exhale again, down about a third of the way. Keep the belly pulled in as you breathe. And then lower some more, almost to the floor, as much as you're comfortable with. If you want to work a little harder, lift the head and shoulders up for 3. Breathing here for 2. And 1. Release. Extend the legs back up. Take your arms out to a T. And then exhale, take the legs off to the left, looking over the right shoulder. As you take them to the left, take them on an angle towards your palm. Inhale, center, and exhale, move the feet toward the right palm, looking over the left shoulder as long as it doesn't bother your neck. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale to come up. And once more, exhale to the left on an angle, looking right. Keep squeezing the legs. Inhale, center, and exhale to the right and looking left. Then inhale back through center and exhale, hug the knees in. And then roll yourself back and forth. Come on up, making your way into table, wrists under shoulders, knees under the hips. And as you inhale, bring your chest through, lift your chin and tailbone up, stretch out the front of the body. As you exhale, round your back, chin toward chest, pull the ribs and belly in. And walk your hands forward about a handprint, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. So for this first one, feel free to bend one knee and the other, bicycling the legs. Then bend both knees, hips way up high, stretch back and lengthen the legs as much as you can. Arms and ears are in line, spread the fingers nice and wide, arms shoulders distance and feet hips width. And then look forward and step your feet up. As you inhale, come halfway up, lengthen your spine. On the exhale, fold forward, hips over the heels. Inhale, press through the feet to rise all the way up and look up. And exhale the hands to heart, Samastitihi. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from your hips, crown of the head reaching down. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, step back into plank pose. And pause here. Pressing away from the floor, lift the belly, lift the backs of your knees up, reach your tailbone toward your heels. Exhale, downward facing dog, just lift the hips and stretch back. And again, gazing between the knees or the feet, arms and ears in line. And look up, either stepping or hopping the feet forward. As you inhale, again, halfway up, lengthen. On the exhale, fold forward, hips over the heels. Inhale, press down, rise up, look up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, folding in, hinging from your hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look up. Keep the gaze slightly forward. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, come back into plank pose. Again, lifting the belly. Feel free to take the knees down if you wish. And pressing the backs of the knees up, heart forward, heels back. Continue steady breathing. And then again, lift your hips and stretch all the way back into downward dog. Come back to your steady breathing. So continue to press down into the base of your fingers as you lift your forearms away from the mat, pressing the weight up through the hips and then reaching it down through the heels. Look forward past the fingers, step or hop your feet up. Inhale, lengthen halfway. And exhale to fold. And inhale, press down through your feet to rise up and look up. Samastitihi, exhale. Inhale again, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. And exhale, step back into plank. And this time we'll lower slowly. Knees can come down first. Hug the elbows in as you come all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes, inhale, peel the chest up. Bring your chest forward, pull your hands toward your feet, spin your inner thighs up toward the ceiling. And then lower down, tuck the toes under, press up to plank. You can keep your knees down to do that, and then downward facing dog again. Stretching back here. Come back to your steady breathing. Find a spot to focus on between the knees or the feet. Helps to keep the focus. And then look up, bend the knees, step or hop. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press down to rise up. And exhale, Samastitihi. Inhale again, sweeping the arms. And exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway up, look up. And exhale, chaturanga, step or float back. If you jump back, land with the elbows bent. Inhale, upward dog, thighs and knees off the floor, or stick with cobra. Exhale to downward dog. Again, stretching back here. Back to inhales and exhales, equal in length. Draw the lower belly in and up. Draw the front ribs in. Make sure those ribs aren't popping out. Look up, bend the knees, step or hop the feet up. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale to fold. And inhale. Come halfway up, take the feet hips distance apart, either fingertips on the floor or hands on shins or up higher on the legs. Keeping the right hand on the leg, left arm up, or the right hand can be on the floor. You can also bend the right knee if that's better. We'll try and keep the hips level. As you inhale, get some length through the spine. As you exhale, maybe twist a little bit more. Come back to center, lengthen on the inhale. Left hand stays down, right arm up. You can always bend the left knee for a little more support and try and pull the left hip back so that your hips stay level. Taking another breath here. And then back to center. Inhale halfway up, exhale the hands to hips, and inhale back up to center to Samastitihi. Take a quarter turn to your right and step your feet out nice and wide. Turn your right leg all the way out, back toes in a little bit. Warrior two. Gazing over the fingertips. Make sure the right knee is over the ankle and then lean forward. Take right forearm to right thigh. Reach up through the left arm. And then bringing the bottom ribs forward, top ribs back. You're going to reach that bottom arm forward. So really using your belly muscles to hold you here. Take another breath. And then back into warrior two. And then reverse your warrior. Side stretching. Inhale back up. And then exhale to straighten the front leg, set up for the other side. So turn the left leg all the way out, back toes in slightly, bend the knee over the ankle for warrior two. And knee over the ankle and pointed right over your second toe. And then leaning forward, take the left forearm onto the left thigh, right arm up toward the ceiling. Gently press the left arm to open the chest and then reach it straight ahead of you. Like you have a tray that you're serving. Keep spinning the top ribs back. Use those belly muscles to hold you and then come on up on your inhale and drop the right arm reverse. Exhale, bend into the left knee a little bit deeper. Inhale back up. Straighten that leg. Take the feet to parallel. Hands on hips. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale to come forward. Fingertips on the floor. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. Keep your right hand down, lift your left arm up. As you lengthen, inhale. As you exhale, maybe twist a little deeper, the left hand closer to the right foot, or maybe even holding on through the right foot. And try and pull back a little on your right hip. And then come on through center. Inhale halfway up. Keep the left hand down and exhale the right arm up. So again, we'll inhale to get length through the spine. As you exhale, you keep the left hand there or scoot it over toward the right foot, twisting in a little bit deeper. And turn your head to look up toward the top hand as long as that's okay on your neck. And again, try and pull the left hip back a little. Back to center. Halfway up, inhale, exhale, hands to hips, inhale all the way. And now we'll set up for triangle pose, right leg all the way out, the back toes in, a little heel to arch. Shifting the hips back, take your left hand down to the shin, right arm up. You can also take the left hand to a block or to the floor. And bring your left hand to the bottom of your ribs and then sweep it up toward the top ribs. So you're almost twisting your torso a little. So bottom ribs are coming forward, the top ribs are spinning back. Press a lot of weight into the base of the big toe of your right foot, pressing your right calf toward your right shin, keeping that leg firm. Looking down, inhale and come on up. Take the feet to parallel, left side, left leg out, back toes in, heel to arch. Shifting the hips back as you reach forward, the left hand down and the right arm up. Take the right hand to the low ribs, pull those low ribs forward, and then roll the top ribs back and return that hand up toward the ceiling. Shoulders are in line. So you're getting as much length through the spine as you can, and also bringing bottom ribs forward and top ribs back. And look down to come up. Inhale, back to center, and feet to parallel. Step or hop your feet together, and make your way to the front of your mat. Samastitihi. As you inhale, bend the knees into chair pose, reach up. Get the weight into the heels as you sit back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up, lengthen. And exhale, step or float into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling up, press through the hands and feet. Exhale, make your way into Down Dog. Step your right foot up by your right hand, spin your back heel flat, and then walk it up about 6 inches or so. Bring hands to hips and come up. Square up your hips and shoulders toward the front of the mat. Make sure your back toes are facing the front left corner of the mat. And then left hand up, right hand to low back. Exhale your left hand forward. Take it to the inside or the outside of the right foot. Or if it doesn't work, put it on your shin or on a block. And then start to make a twist, but keeping the hips level. So you're pulling back on your right hip. Adding the right arm up if you can. And again, inhale, get some length through the spine on the inhale. Exhale, maybe twisting a little more by pressing the left hand down. Keep weight in the base of the big toe of your right foot again. Squeeze an imaginary inner block between your thighs. Now, moving forward, left hand goes over to the left side of the mat. Lift the left leg off the floor, but don't lift the hip up. So lift it from the inner thigh. Level off those hips, and then start to turn again to the same direction towards your right side, making the twist and extending up. Twist is coming from the waist up. Hips are level. Keep reaching through the back leg like you're pressing it into a wall. Take another breath, look back to the floor, bending the left knee without touching that foot to the floor. Bring the foot forward and sit all the way down on your bottom for Navasana. So sitting up for boat pose, the knees can be bent or straight, but make sure your spine is long. Don't let yourself round in the back. Breathing here, and then cross your ankles, pick your butt up or anything at all. Roll forward, step or float back through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, up dog or cobra. And exhale Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And we'll step the left foot up by the left hand. Walk the right foot in a little bit. Line up heel to heel and come all the way up, squaring up the hips and shoulders. Make sure your right toes face the right front corner of the mat. Right arm up, left hand to low back. Exhale, reach forward and then down. Right hand inside or outside of the foot. Pull the left hip back. Make sure the hips are still level. And then start to twist. Belly, rib cage, chest, and lift up through the top arm. Pressing into the base of the big toe of the left foot. Inhales, make more room through the spine to lengthen. And exhales, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Come back to center. Bring the fingertips onto the floor. The right hand will stay down. Lift the right leg and pick up your left hand. Take it to the low back. Feel free to put your right hand on a block. Start to twist to the same side as before, so toward the left side, and lift up through your right arm if you like. Keep those hips level, so drop the outer left hip down. Lift the inner left thigh up. Inhale for length. exhale to twist. Bring the hands down, keeping that left foot off the floor. Bend the left knee, begin to walk your fingertips back till you sit all the way down into Navasana. And again, sitting tall, knees can be bent or straight. It doesn't matter, but it does matter about the spine. So keep the spine long. And then crossing at the shins. We're going to come right onto the shins with your hands between the knees and the hips about halfway. And then press up and try to get anything up off the floor that you can. That's Lolasana. And then sit yourself back down and roll onto your back. Setting up for bridge pose. Make sure that the feet are hips socket distance apart, heels underneath the knees. Bring your arms by your sides. On an inhale, press to the heels and lift up. Low back, mid back, maybe the upper back. Interlacing the fingers, rolling the shoulders under and spiraling your thighs in toward each other. Breathe here. And then we'll release and lower down. Take the soles of your feet together and your knees apart and rest here for a few breaths. And then the feet back to the floor, hips distance. And press up to bridge again. Roll the shoulders under, interlace the fingers or not. Make sure the outer edges of your feet stay parallel. Walk the feet a little closer. Bend the right knee into the chest. Lift it up. This is optional. You don't have to lift the right leg up, but if you'd like, something a little different. Keep lifting the pelvis up and then release it down. Bend the left knee in toward the chest and extend it up. Reach through the ball of the left foot. Keep pressing into the right heel to lift the hips up and reach your tailbone toward the backs of your knees on that right side. And then bend the knee, take it back down, release and lower. And hug your knees into your chest, gently rocking side to side. And then roll yourself back and forth, up and down the spine. Come all the way up to seated. And then inhale, arms reach up, sit up nice and tall, flex your feet, exhale, come forward. Inhale, lengthen again, exhale, keep your length as you extend. So belly is over the thighs, and get your length through the spine. Instead of rounding the back, lead with the chest. Keep the gaze in the shins if you're down a little lower, or the feet if you're up a little higher. Inhale, lift the head, and exhale, release. Come back onto your backs and draw your knees in again. And arms to a T, drop your knees off to the left, looking right. If you want to, you can cross your right knee on top of the left knee if you want a little deeper twist. It's a nice gentle twist, slowing down. Inhale your knees through center, and then exhale, knees to the right, looking left, and feel free to cross that left knee on top of the right. And then back into center. Take the pinky toe sides of your feet for a happy baby. Draw the knees down toward the armpits. Reach the tailbone toward the floor. Lengthening out the spine. And then we'll make our way into our final resting pose. So coming onto your back, allow your feet to flop open and your arms by your sides. Let your palms face up and just allow everything to completely relax. Quiet mind and quiet body, Shavasana. And while you're here resting just a little bit longer, I have a quote from Sarah Dessen, who wrote a book called Keeping the Moon. If you try anything, if you try to lose weight or improve yourself or to love or to make the world a better place, you have already achieved something wonderful before you even begin. Forget failure. If things don't work out the way you want, hold your head up high and be proud. And try again, and again, and again. And start to make movements in your fingers and your toes. Stretch through your arms and your legs. And bend the knees and roll yourself off to your right side for just a moment. And then with your left hand, make your way up to seated. And crossing at the shin, sit up tall, bring the hands to the heart, close your eyes. Let's bring the hands to our forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts. Our hands to the heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And our hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications. Sending out this wonderful energy we created to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you again for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our practice. And if you did, please push the like button and share it with your friends. Please subscribe to our channel. I have a new email list that we're starting to keep you updated on just different events and retreats and teacher trainings, things. I'm not going to send out a ton of email, but I'd love for you to join. So go to fightmasteryoga.com to join our email list. If you can afford to support our mission in bringing yoga to as many people as we can possibly reach, there's a link below to send a donation through PayPal. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.